Hello, everyone, and welcome to Culture of Gaming's Power Up Podcast, episode 128, being recorded live on August 8th, 2020. I'm your host, Taylor.
Andrew.
And I'm Anthony.
I'm sorry, who is that other person?
Andrew?
Yeah. Yeah, your mic is
cutting out a little bit.
My mic is giving me issues. I was praising this thing last week, and now it's garbage.
Okay, there you go. You're back in focus now. Anyway, we of course have a wonderful show lined up for you guys, but as usual, we like to go through kind of what we've been playing this past week. So, Anthony, let's start with you. What have you been up to this past week?
I've been playing some Apex here and there. I think I had like 3 or 4. Well, I probably had around like 15 games or so in total, but like it was like a couple of nights this week. I think I got like 2 wins.
Nice,
I'm
not
doing
bad.
really well one night. It's so weird. So like I'll do really well one night,
Mhm.
and the next night I'm hot garbage.
Oh.
It's like, why does that change so much?
It's just, when you do well, you get put in better lobbies, right? And they're just better than you.
Yeah, it's probably MMR.
Possibly, yeah. I don't know. Well, it's just like some nights like I can hit every shot, other nights, no chance. So it's probably just like, reflexes being shot or something.
Happens.
So yeah. Been playing some of that.
Should have quit when you
Yeah.
peaked.
Getting too old. Yeah, I know. Getting far too old. 23. I don't know what to say. So yeah, been playing some of that, and also got back into Star Wars: The Old Republic.
Okay.
So been playing some of that as well, which is like an MMO Star Wars game. It is free to play. You can get a paid tier, which basically just allows you to level up faster. That's kind of it. I am enjoying that. It is kind of sloggy because, like most MMOs are, you've got to kind of run through and grind a little bit. But like, overall, the story is pretty good. Like, I'm quite enjoying where things are going. I'm on like the 3rd planet, I think. For those of you who play it, it's like a 2004 game, or I think like it originally came out in 2004 or something like that, and it's been updated ever since. But yeah, quite enjoying that, and that's kind of it, really. I haven't really played a whole heap of anything else. I thought I bought something, but I'd have to look at my Steam library to see. But I think that's mostly what I've been playing, and also some Ni no Kuni every so often, but nothing much of that. Only like probably an hour for the whole week. So, yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Andrew, how about yourself?
I've been playing Call of Duty. The Season 5 came out.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
That came out. Okay.
Yeah. I got the battle pass or whatever on that. So I've just been kind of playing some of that. It's no. They didn't really. They changed a little bit. Like they opened up the stadium, kind of changed the map around a little bit in the war zone. Added some new maps to multiplayer. A couple new guns that I have not unlocked yet, which is annoying.
Okay.
I think I should just be buying the like extra tiers,
Yeah.
right off the bat. Just spend the extra $10 to like
Get a little bit of a
have to
boost.
grind.
A little bit head start, yeah.
I feel like it's probably worth it at this point.
That's how they get you.
I know, right? Like, because I get enough money to get the battle pass through the old one, and then
Yeah.
so like I don't feel that bad. Or I don't know. We'll see.
How big is Modern Warfare now?
Okay. So apparently the one that I downloaded recently.
Supposedly they shrank it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposedly they shrank it with Season 5. I don't know what the install space is after the shrink is, though.
Yeah, it's probably up to at least like 120. It's on my PS4, so it's hard for me to like. I have to, check.
Yeah, okay.
But,
I uninstalled it. I'm like, yeah, I can't be bothered.
It's
big. It's like massive.
I know it's bigger on Xbox, I think too. It's a massive file. It's like over 100, probably 150.
Yeah.
It's just a real big hog on your resources.
Yeah.
Other than that, Fall Guys. That is the newest and best battle royale game out on the market.
I'm sorry, what is?
Fall Guys.
Oh, okay. I've seen a little bit of stuff about that. Yeah.
Yeah,
You were streaming
it's like
it the other night too, weren't you? Yeah.
Yeah, I streamed it a couple days ago and yesterday.
Okay.
It's pretty fun. It's like was that MXC, or like Takeshi's Castle, I think is what the original one is called, or Wipeout. It's kind of like that. 60 people. Like really silly challenges. You have to like get through the whirly, there's hammers spinning and you got to get to the end and stuff like that. Don't get hit. It's fun. It's also free if you have PS Plus. So like, yeah, PS Plus, download it, check it out. I know they were having server issues because like millions of people downloaded it for free. but it's a tiny indie game. But,
Sure.
it's fun though. I don't know. They have like a battle pass sort of. You can't buy the battle pass, you just have it. But I hope they like really add a lot of content to that game because it could be really fun. It is really fun, but I think it needs a little bit more variety. Like I play some of the same mini games over and over again.
Sure.
And some of those mini games suck. The ones with the teams specifically, because like it's not always on your fault if you lose, kind of thing, which is like a little frustrating because you're like, I played well, but my team kind of stunk. Or whatever. But it goes. I guess it goes both ways. Like you could stink it up, and your team could carry you. So I don't know. But I never win the soccer one, and it's infuriating. Basically, is why I'm salty about it.
I'm trying to find numbers for the reduced size.
Yeah, I saw it reduce it for like only like 32 or something like that. It wasn't like a massive reduce, I don't think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the game is exceedingly large, honestly. Like,
yeah, I mean,
crazy.
Like, the menu is like just a person. Why is the menu so like extravagant? Like I was watching somebody talk about the other day, like, oh, like my computer like has a hard time because your menus are always moving and exploding stuff in the background. And, like, I mean, it looks nice. Don't get me wrong, but if it's gonna make like my PS4 or like my computer like tank, then.
So as of that's June 12th. That's far too old.
This was like earlier this week, so it'd probably be like
August 2nd or 3rd, I think.
The 2nd or 4th, yeah, something like that.
Currently, so Season 5 is currently 33 gig on PS4, 49 on Xbox One.
Those were the update files. Those were the update files.
Those are the updates. I didn't have a problem downloading it, so I mean, that's sometimes I have problems with that game where it like just can't download. You can't do anything because it's just like, oh, you don't have enough space. But I do. I don't know. It's, you know.
Yeah, no, I had installed Modern Warfare a little while ago. Just because the cheating on PC had gotten incredibly rampant in like Warzone and multiplayer in general. It's just like, you know what? It's like I'm not having a good time anymore. You know, gotten my use out of this game. I'm gonna save the SSD space. You know. Yeah.
It's hard for me to know sometimes because like some are super suspect when you die. You're like, was that? But I don't. I'm going on PS4 crossplay. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure. Like it's bad. They need to get on top of that.
Yeah. I've played Warzone like twice, and that's predominantly like I watch some people who like play Warzone every so often, like a couple of streamers and whatnot. Usually like YouTube stuff because I am in the wrong time zone to catch streams. But yeah, like they run into hackers and stuff all the time, like aimbot and all that.
Oh yeah.
Dang, and it's getting worse. They were saying like one guy who I watched was saying basically it got really good for a stage because they banned everybody, and now it's gotten like 4 times as bad as what it ever used to be.
Yeah, that's kind of like what the life cycle for like CS:GO cheating goes in. You know, you get these periods in time where it's like cheating is just rampant and it's like absolutely brutal. A massive VAT wave hits, and then things are like back to a decent state for a while, and then they slowly start ramping up, and then you know the cycle just kind of continues. Please don't cheat in video. It really makes me upset.
Like everybody, he's cheating. I die. I'm like, that guy's cheating. He's got wall hack.
That's what I assume, right? If you die, it's not because they're better than you; it's just they're cheating.
Exactly. How do you know I was there? What? No way.
No way. Impossible.
Yeah. So some of these, so this one video I was watching, they were literally playing for like 200 grand, like a Warzone tournament, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And every, like, the 2 leading teams both got killed off spawn in this one game by a hacker.
Oh.
They both lost.
Yikes.
Did they like run it back? Like they had to do something, right? Like
they couldn't do anything about it.
They just let it go. The tournament people were like, "That's fine."
Well, I mean, initially they couldn't do anything about it, but like after a couple of days, they're like, "Okay, play another game, see how you go." And but it's just like
that's a lot of money to lose to a hacker.
It is
exactly.
Yeah. I'd be fairly upset, like if I I would be even if I wasn't like into it like professionally or anything, I would still be upset, you know, like.
So that, of course, particularly if it's like your livelihood, like
right, yeah. No, I'll be even more upset if it was like the streamers. I mean, I'm just saying, like even just me in general, I would be upset. Yeah.
And some of these guys have been cheating for like 6 months. Legit, and they haven't been banned. They haven't been banned.
I've seen some of that stuff. Like, yeah, like someone asked somebody, like, how long you been cheating for? Like, I don't know, like 6 months.
Yeah.
Still haven't been caught yet, so life's pretty good. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
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 Okay. All right, Andrew. Anything else, or has that pretty much been it?
No, I think that's pretty much been it.
Okay.
I think. Yeah, that's been it.
All right. Well, this past week for me, I've played a little bit of League, here and there with some friends, and then pretty much just Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh.
I have a little bit of thoughts about that game. Nothing like horribly bad or anything. So far, I really enjoy it. The only thing that's like I'm not like super into is the combat. Just because I was okay with, like, I was starting to get okay with it, but then I started like unlocking stances. I'm still way early in the game, by the way, because I get sidetracked doing stuff. Like, I was like, oh, I have like an hour to play yesterday. Okay, I'm gonna go do the story mission. Didn't even make it to the story mission because on the way, I was like 2 kilometers to the story mission. On the way, I just ended up doing a bunch of like stuff that just popped up and everything as I was on the way. I was like, oh, well, okay. Anyway.
You know you can fast travel, right?
You can?
Yeah, you can.
Just click it.
I didn't. Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Come on,
Oh
Tyler.
boy.
I
Yeah,
didn't
and
know
it
you
takes,
could fast
like,
travel. Okay.
It takes like 10 seconds too.
Okay.
It's definitely,
Yeah, I've noticed like the only like real loading screen is the initial load-in, and that's it.
Yeah.
And that's not even that bad. That's like less than 30 seconds, I think. So yeah, I don't know, but so with the combat and everything, I was like, oh yeah, it's like kind of getting the swing of it and whatnot. But then they started like doing the whole stance thing. And I was just thought that was a little bit of TDM added onto it. It's just like, so it's like you start off with the stone stance, which is good against like swords or whatever, right? Then next one you unlock is the water stance. And it's like, oh, that's good against shielders, like shield wielders. And it's just like, I was doing just fine against shield wielders beforehand. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
and then the game starts like curtailing you to, it's like, hey, really switch stances to deal with this guy, you know?
I know.
I was just like, wait, I was dealing with them just fine earlier. Why do I need anyway? Yeah.
And like the stances they're different, but not really. Like you
Right,
still
exactly.
have the hold triangle button, you still have your light attacks,
Yeah.
but they basically function the same.
Basically, the only thing that changes is the way you like. I don't know what button.
It's like
it
an
is. I think it's
animation
the
change,
circle.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. But I think it's like the initial attack that you do against, like, say, a shield bearer. Like, if you're using one stance, he'll like, if you use a heavy attack or whatever, he'll like slam his sword in. Instead, he'll kick and kick it out of the way. That's like the only difference. And then you can kind of use whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
yeah.
the kick, like you get, like, I forgot what stance it is, but you get like a kick and you can just send people flying.
Yeah.
That's like the only like newish like thing the stances I feel like do.
Yeah. But I'm treating it kind of like a Far Cry game or whatever. So it's like I see a Mongolian camp. Oh, let's go liberate it or whatever, right?
Yeah,
Reminds me a little bit of Far Cry 3, what I used to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm done with that game though. I'm not sure yet.
Okay. I've like switched between like stealth and all-out assault and everything because like it's nice the game doesn't penalize you either way. Although I can imagine things get a little bit better if you're able to like really hyper focus in skill points towards a certain play style. But I just have like a nice even spread too, everything. So I've gone into like super exploring also and whatnot, and I'm like super anal about which gear I have when. So it's like I'm traveling to a mission or whatever, I'm gonna equip like the traveler set or whatever that I have, but then it's just like, oh, liberate Mongolian camp, I'm gonna get the straw hat set and whatnot. So yeah,
So somebody like that game should have loadouts. Like you should
It
be able
should.
to like
yeah,
switch on the fly to like what like class.
yeah. Just have like
you want.
classes like you do in COD or whatever, and like name your
Yeah.
classes and whatnot. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. But again, you know, I'm still super early into it. Like I have 1 bow upgrade, 1 sword upgrade so far. I think 1 armor upgrade. Yeah. I haven't even met. So I've met the guy who gives you the bow, obviously. I've met the Straw Hat Ronin. And I've also met, or I haven't met, like Lady Misaki.
Discord.
Lady Makai. Whatever. What's up?
Anthony's muted to
Yeah.
Discord.
Yeah. Your Discord is muted, Anthony.
You can see the little mute sign.
Yeah. Hold on. Do I have to? Oh, there we go.
What
There you go.
so weird.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, I haven't started the whole like Lady Makai arc yet, or whatever.
Mhm.
Yeah. So or
Okay.
like her, I forget her, Misaki or whatever.
Yeah.
Name
yeah.
begins with an M. Okay. Yeah.
I finished up Act 1
Okay.
and like there was some interesting stuff story-wise that happened, but like I'm not gonna spoil it. But like once you started like Act 2, I was just like, this is the same thing I just did, basically.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. I'm just seeing
go-
Act 2 is when you get to the north part of.
a little
Yeah.
bit more north, yeah. Like,
Okay.
yeah, you kind of open it up, but it was just kind of like, you know how you're like getting these people to get on your side,
Yeah.
thing?
Yeah.
It kind of just does that again, like get these people on your side,
Oh, okay.
and I'm just like, wait, what?
You're building an army, basically.
Yeah.
Again,
I don't
yeah.
know.
It's like
Yeah.
it's kind of like how Mass Effect 2 went, right? It's just like, don't get me wrong, I love the game. I'm just saying, it's just like, it's like, oh, we have these first like 3 people or whatever, right? And then the next like act of the game is like, oh, here's like another 4 or 5 people or whatever, right?
Yeah, and like as soon as it kind of did that, and like the map was like not filled out, I was just like, okay, I need to like,
God.
I can't. Yeah, it's like this is a lot. I just spent like 20, 30, like 25 hours in Act 1 or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't do that for Act 2.
Okay.
I don't know. I said this in the Discord. Like, I wish that game was not open world. I wish it was like a God of War or like something.
I kind of see where you're coming from there. Yeah.
Me,
It would have
because like
it would have
Go ahead.
nailed like the whole samurai movie a bit more if they just took it a little bit more on a directed path as opposed to open world. But
yeah, and I think you could make more meaningful like story, and like the duels would be a little more special. I think, even though I like them,
yeah.
I think you can make them a little more unique, even like kind of like the boss fights and all that stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think that game is fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's good. It's good. It's good.
No, I'm enjoying my time so far. I was just like, I need to like really sink more time into it. Though that's kind of what I'm at. The game definitely knows it's pretty. Okay, now your like mic is muted, not in Discord, but like physically, I think, Anthony.
Audio issues today
Apparently.
are all over the place.
The
Right?
game definitely knows it's pretty. I went through like my first like Shinto shrine thing or whatever, and it was just like, oh, it's like the top of like this little mountain or whatever, and it's like the camera zooms out, sees the landscape and everything.
Yeah, I
and
do
it's
like how they play with it. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, and it's like
Yeah,
game,
you
there you
Yeah,
go.
you're good.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on.
Okay. Game's really colorful. And it's like it's pretty in like that sense and everything, but it's like obviously the textures and everything aren't the most like photorealistic and everything. But I don't think they were going for that at the same time. The only thing I'm still not super like sold on graphics wise is like the dark rain clouds that come around, and like the way it screws with the lighting. It looks kind of weird. But yeah, other than that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's definitely a good looking game. It's kind of a weird thing they did the black and white mode, but it's like, man, that would really. I feel like that would hinder the experience.
Right. Maybe if I ever do a second playthrough, I'll do like black and white mode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
Kurosawa mode, as they call it. Yeah.
Yeah, Kurosawa. Kurosawa mode?
Yeah, Kurosawa. Yeah, he's an old samurai movie director.
Yeah, I've never seen any of his movies.
Okay. They're pretty good. I've had to watch a few for classes before. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't... we're still not even through the intro segment yet. Just talking about Ghost of Tsushima. Anyway, so, yeah, that's kind of wraps it up for what I've been playing this past week.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the main site is, of course, cultureofgaming.com. There you can find the latest gaming news, reviews, opinion pieces, etc., etc. Content is starting to crank out of there regularly again, so head on over there and check it out. We have a community Discord, a link to which you can find on the right-hand side sidebar of the main site, where you can chat with everyone you see on the podcast right now, as well as all of our other staff members, as well as previous staff members that we're still Gucci with and still hanging around also. So that's always fun. Then we have 2 Facebook pages, one for the main site, one for the podcast, respectively. They are facebook.com/the COD Network and facebook.com/PowerUpPodcast, respectively. And then we are on Twitter @the COD Network, Instagram @Culture of Gaming, youtube.com/Culture of Gaming, twitch.tv/Culture of Gaming. And I think that's it for the /Culture of Gaming stuff. Anyway, if you'd like to find an audio repository of all the previously recorded podcasts, you can head on over to anywhere you can find podcasts, albeit Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, etc., Podbean, whatever.
And now Pandora. We just got added to Pandora.
Okay.
So
I didn't even know Pandora did podcasts. Okay.
Yeah.
they do now.
Okay.
Also. What's the other one? Far out. Oh, Audible is also going to be doing podcasts.
Okay.
So we're going to be on that. I don't think I'm supposed to say that. I might have to edit that out.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to close my mouth now. It'll be fine. It's all good. I'll edit it down.
Yay. Okay. So yeah. Anyway, audio repository of all the previously recorded podcasts. Find it essentially wherever you get podcasts around all the latest stuff. The audio recordings get uploaded much faster than the video recordings, which you can find history of on youtube.com/culture-of-gaming. All right, so jumping right into the news segment. Well, our first one is Dr. Disrespect has returned with as much violence, speed, and momentum as possible. Okay. You know, we've been covering kind of this story as it's unfolded the past. Can you believe this happened in like late June? And it's like,
I was just thinking about that. It seems like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, exactly. This year, man, is just crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yes, the Doctor of Disrespect is back. Okay. The man who specializes in disrespect is back. Okay. He started streaming on YouTube again. What was it? Yesterday, right?
Correct.
Yeah, yesterday, to over 500,000 concurrent viewers. Give you an idea, PewDiePie, who's the most subscribed person on YouTube, was live streaming this morning to around 100,000 viewers. So, yeah, these are still insane numbers either way. But yeah, many people are eager to see the Dots returned. And he addressed the Twitch ban a little bit. Spoiler alert, he still doesn't know why. But anyway, I'm going to read this article here. It's from Disparity, and give me a second. I'll put it into the chat. I need to get a taller monitor stand, so I need to do my third monitor, so I'm still on 2 right now. Kind of feels bad. Anyway, do you know how limiting it is? Like, it is...
1 monitor.
Okay. I just say, it's like, I have this whole workflow down with 3, right? And now I'm down to 2. And it was just like, what is going on even? Okay, anyway. Sorry. So yeah, again, this article's coming to us from Deserto.com by Brent Coep. And Dr. Disrespect opened up his first YouTube stream on August 7th by addressing the burning question on everyone's minds for the last few weeks. Why was he banned on Twitch? Dr. Disrespect sent shockwaves throughout the internet when his Twitch account was suddenly and unexpectedly banned from the platform on June 26th without reason or warning. He went 6 weeks without saying much, before finally announcing his return to streaming on August 6th in an Instagram Live, YouTube broadcast, and finally, a Twitter post. The next day, on August 7th, the 38-year-old finally appeared on camera for the first time since his suspension, and started off his stream by addressing the elephant in the room to over 400,000 fans at the time who were watching. And it appears as though he's just as much in the dark as everybody else. And he opened up the stream addressing the ban, and he said, quote, "A lot of people want to know what happened. Guess what? I want you to look into my effing eyes when I say this. We still have," which is ironic because he's wearing sunglasses, "we still have no idea," he said, before mocking those who claim that he knows, before reiterating, "We have no idea." Doc then said that he had done nothing to deserve the ban and called out Twitch for their lack of communication and handling of the matter. He said, "As far as I'm concerned, we didn't do anything to warrant a ban, let alone the way they went about banning us. No communication before or after, no reaching out, nothing. Boom, you're done." And then the 2-time champion followed up his ramp by hitting up at those in the industry who have been quick to get an answer about the situation. He said, "The problem is there are those anxious for an answer, so what that does, it creates a level of urgency and speculation, and I think that's an effing cockroach approach, period." He wrapped up the discussion by explaining that people should leave it up to legal experts to sort it out due to the amount of money involved. He said, "The last thing I'm going to say about it, and I have to be intelligent about all this, because you are talking about a heavy contract, lots of money, there's big money involved, so let the legal professionals do what they need to do. That's it," which is pretty much in line with his interview that we talked about a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
They did. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Dr. Disrespect is banned. It looks like he's going to be calling YouTube home for a little while.
He's going to stay on YouTube. So he kind of said, he kind of hinted at it. He didn't really say anything, but he kind of hinted at it during his stream that he was going to, basically the whole Twitch thing was a speed bump.
Okay.
And basically that he's going to be staying on YouTube because the way he says stuff, it's pretty funny the way he says stuff. So it's like, he likes saying, "Oh, you know, I'm not saying that there's not a lot of money," but he likes kind of like going overboard with what he says because that's who he is. It's his character, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And you can kind of read between the lines a bit. So, I mean, 500,000 viewers, why wouldn't you stay on YouTube?
Right,
like,
exactly.
Far out.
Yeah. Whether or not he'll keep that level of viewers is like...
He probably won't.
I'd imagine it's like
But
he'll
he-
migrate a lot of the viewers from Twitch.
Yeah, heck yeah. Particularly after this, like people will not like Twitch. It's just another reason people won't like Twitch. Like, Twitch have kind of shot themselves in the foot quite a lot. So.
Thank you for the follow, Rachel Vaughn 23. Anyway, right on. I heard Cartman in my ears, and I was like, "Oh, I need to tab back into Streamlabs. What is going on?" Okay. I like that little clip of Cartman, by the way.
I missed it.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so with Doc being on YouTube and everything, do you think he's gonna get a contract from YouTube to do exclusive streaming, or do you think no? Okay.
Where else do you go right now?
Right.
So
True. You can't go to obviously Facebook Gaming.
I mean, you could, but why would you?
Right. Exactly.
And Mixer doesn't exist anymore, so.
He has said as well in his previous interviews that he is not interested in anything exclusive.
Okay.
At this time, he may do something in the future, but I don't feel like he's going to do anything this soon out of the gate.
That would make sense. I'm sure, like, he's probably already set with money also, but, like, at the same time also, he can probably generate plenty of income just off donations and subs on YouTube, so.
And he's probably got PTSD as well a little bit from, like,
the contract.
Yeah, the whole contract thing. So it's going to be like, no, I'm not doing that again.
Super duper iffy about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if you sign those contracts, like if you have to like stream a certain amount and everything.
Yeah.
Or you know, what if he calls it quits in like a couple, you know, in a year or two instead of signing for 4 years or whatever. Who knows?
Sure.
Yeah. I'm sure
Go ahead.
I'm sure there'd be like a content output thing in there. Like you'd have to maintain something because like otherwise, why would they give him money if he's not going to do it? Kind of thing. So yeah, I'm sure there's something in there.
So just being able to be kind of a free agent probably is smart, especially if you already have kind of made enough to get by for a bit.
Right.
Definitely.
You know, just just like chill a little bit, so to speak. Have fun streaming when you want, what you want, stuff like that. Not be held down, so to speak. So the second part of this story is, remember when this first broke and, you know, there were several, you know, insider game journos who were claiming, oh, we know the reason why Doc was banned, but it's so bad that we don't want to say it publicly. He's not only done from Twitch, but he's done from the industry. He's, like, blacklisted after this. Well, it turns out they're all full of shit. Yeah, because clearly he's not blacklisted from the industry if none of his major corporate sponsors dropped him and he was, like, just going on YouTube anyway. So, yeah.
I mean, yeah, none of his sponsors have dropped him. There's been, like, multiple tweets from Game Fuel.
Yeah.
As well, who are owned by...
Mountain Dew.
Who are they owned?
Mountain Dew.
Yeah, Mountain Dew. That's and a couple, like, Rocket as well. And a couple of other of his sponsors saying that it's great that he's back and blah, blah, blah. So he's not in any strife with anybody, it doesn't seem.
Yeah. So definitely no, like, criminal action, it doesn't seem like, which would seem like it was something contractual related. So, yeah. Anyway, anything else to say about Dr. Disrespect?
You mentioned, I don't know if this was actually correct or not, but you mentioned the other day, Taylor, that his Twitch channel had been unbanned or something?
That's what I saw that on Twitter. I didn't verify that myself, but I think it did because like certain functions had come back to the channel or whatever. So yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, I could check real quick.
Funny thing though, like with his YouTube channel, it's like when you type in Dr. Disrespect, it's like 3/4 of the way down the page. Because it's, I think YouTube changed something with like every content creator because all of their like newest stuff is first now, which is really weird in search results. So
okay, so no, it doesn't look like his Twitch channel was unbanned. It says sorry, unless you got a time machine, that content is unavailable. Whenever you go to Dr. Disrespect's channel, Twitch. Okay, false report. Sorry. Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, but he is on YouTube. Probably will stay on YouTube, and hopefully most of his like viewer base migrates with him too. I'd imagine.
Yeah,
probably.
I'd say they will.
Probably has decent retention, right?
Well,
I'm sure.
His subs have also jumped up as well.
Have they? Okay.
So he was on like 1.7 at the start, like mid last week. Now he's on like 2.4.
Oh, okay.
I think 2.3, 2.4. So.
Here he is. Here.
Is he streaming right now?
2.27. No.
Okay.
Doesn't look like it.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, well, that is the Dr. Disrespect story. Pretty much this little arc has been completed, right? So we'll see maybe if there's any like legal litigation that happens within the next few months between his legal team and Twitch's legal team. We'll follow up on any stories that get back, but life is somewhat back to normal again for that, in terms of that sense. You know, he's back to streaming.
He's maintaining his viewers as well, so he just pushed out another video today.
Okay.
He's like 22 minutes long.
Wow.
And it's had like 700,000 views already, so people are loving it.
Your cat is going crazy.
He's loving it.
Okay.
He wants back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, hopefully, maybe this will be interesting. Some competition.
Yeah.
YouTube will get more bigger streamers.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's talk about the evil corporate overlords of Activision Blizzard. Okay. How about that? So we got 2 articles from Bloomberg, both written by Jason Schreier of previous Kotaku fame, and who still blots me on Twitter. Blizzard, so this is Blizzard Entertainment, the developers of like Diablo, StarCraft, World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Heroes of the Storm, Overwatch, those fun games and everything, right? This article is published August 3rd, 2020. Blizzard workers share salaries and revolt over wage disparities. Employees at Blizzard Entertainment, a division of Activision Blizzard Incorporated, began circulating a spreadsheet on Friday to anonymously share salaries and recent pay increases, the latest example of rising tension in the video game industry over wage disparities and executive compensation. Now, I don't know if Schreier goes over this in the article too much, but this is something that's somewhat well documented in the industry, that Blizzard Entertainment salaries are well below median wage of not just the games industry in general, but in the area that they're in, like for California, too, or whatever.
Actually, from that area, so
okay.
It is like, well, not from that area, but pretty close by, and that's not a cheap place to live.
Yeah, I've heard it's like a little less than half, I think, or maybe just over half of the median wage for Blizzard employees at any level, even like software engineers, stuff like that. So, anyway, Blizzard, based in Irvine, California, makes popular games including Diablo. Yeah, we know what they do. In 2019, after an internal survey revealed that more than half of Blizzard workers were unhappy with their compensation, the company told staff it would perform a study to ensure fair pay, according to people familiar with the situation. Blizzard implemented the results of that study last month, which led to an outcry on the company's internal Slack messaging boards. One employee then created a spreadsheet and encouraged staff to share their compensation information. The anonymous document, reviewed by Bloomberg News, contains dozens of purported Blizzard salaries and pay bumps. Most of the raises are below 10%, significantly less than Blizzard employees said they expected following the study. Saying, quote, "Our goal has always been to ensure we compensate our employees fairly and competitively," end quote, Activision Blizzard spokeswoman Jessica Taylor said. We are constantly reviewing compensation philosophies to better recognize the talent of our highest performers and keep us competitive in the industry, all with the aim of rewarding and investing more in top employees. This year, Blizzard top performers received a salary increase that was 20% more than in prior years, and more people got promotions, she went on to say. Our overall salary investment is consistent with prior years. And I think that she's done. Wage disparity has become a hot button issue in the $150 billion video game industry as calls for unionization grow. A pro-labor group recently slammed Activision Blizzard for the pay of Chief Executive Officer Bobby Kotick, which we talked about a couple weeks ago on the podcast. His 2019 compensation was worth $40 million, all things considered, at the end of that year, according to data compiled by Bloomberg, and the package has grown since then as the company's stock has soared. Last year, the company also paid $15 million in stock awards and sign-on bonus to incoming Chief Financial Officer Dennis Durkin. In the anonymous spreadsheet, one employee listed the CEO's annual salary, bonus, and stock award. In internal messages reviewed by Bloomberg News, Blizzard employees said they were struggling to make ends meet while watching Activision Blizzard revenue grow year after year. Some producers and engineers at Blizzard can make well over $100,000, but others, such as QA testers and customer service reps, are often paid minimum wage or close to it. Which, for what I know about Irvine, California, you cannot really live off minimum wage there.
You're muted now, Andrew. Or you
Yeah,
just...
my mic just like doesn't pick up occasionally. It's really weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Blizzard Entertainment has traditionally remained autonomous from its parent company, but in recent years, Activision's corporate office has pushed the game development studio to cut costs. Last year, the company eliminated hundreds of customer service-based jobs, which we talked about last year also on the podcast. One veteran Blizzard employee told Bloomberg News they received a raise of less than 50 cents an hour. They're making less now than they did almost a decade ago, because they are working fewer overtime hours than they did back then. Several former Blizzard employees said they only received significant pay increases after leaving for other companies, such as nearby rival Riot Games in LA. In 2018, messages on internal Blizzard community channels reviewed by Bloomberg News, employees talked about money-saving measures they've taken to remain with the company. One employee wrote that they had to skip meals to pay rent and that they used the company's free coffee as an appetite suppressant. Another said that they would only eat oatmeal and bail on team lunches because they couldn't afford to buy food at the company cafeteria. A third said they and their partners stopped talking about having kids because they knew they wouldn't be able to afford it. That contrasted with pictures of they saw more senior Blizzard employees enjoying vacations to Disneyland with their families. Yeah. So that's the start of it. And then 2 days later, the story develops a little bit more that Blizzard workers are slowly starting to organize on the company Slack, which is, if you're unfamiliar with it, it's like this company team management instant messaging app, for those of you who don't know. It's kind of like a very more professional Discord, but it costs a lot of money. And yeah, anyway.
Even when it costs a lot of money, I still don't think the features are any good. But anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is once again written by Jason Schreier, and again was August 5th, 2020. Hundreds of employees at Blizzard Entertainment, the video game developer, yes, we know what they do, are using the company's Slack network to organize a list of workplace requests, including fair pay and increased sick time. Results of the effort, a rare example of labor organizing in the video game industry, are expected to be presented to management as early as this week, people familiar with the initiative said. A draft version of the list, which was reviewed by Bloomberg News, asked for changes to how promotions are doled out, increased vacation time, and pay bumps for members of the customer service and QA departments. Which is interesting considering that in the past couple of years, the QA and like CS departments of Blizzard have really gone downhill the past couple of years. Anyway. Blizzard, yeah, we know what they do. Said it will review employee feedback and consider changes to pay. We will continue to adapt our compensation to build and keep the workforce our company needs today and tomorrow. And we understand that some Blizzard employees have specific requests, and we look forward to hearing from them directly. And then the article goes on to talk about unions, stuff like that. It recalls the previous article, stuff like that. This is the medium household conversation again. In the employee document reviewed by Bloomberg, workers wrote that some are being paid below $40,000 a year. That's less than half of the median household income in Irvine, California, where Blizzard's main campus is based. The dynamics are having an impact on staff retention, according to the document. Our mentors are leaving in droves, the employees wrote. And yeah, it's like the company pays far less than competitors. Those who left said they got significant pay increases, some as high as 75% or 100% after leaving for a comparable position at a different company. That different company is Riot, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. So,
Damn.
yeah, I suppose we have the video game workers need union conversation again.
Right.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, this comes around every year, I feel like.
Yeah, every so often this happens again.
Once a year on the dot.
Yep. Usually whenever some big title comes out, and then the expose piece is published by Jason Schreier about the crunch time for that piece. Anyway, or for that game.
Basically,
so, yeah.
Yeah, I'd expect nothing less from Blizzard, to be honest.
What do you mean exactly?
It's not shocking, I feel like.
If any company's going to do it, it's going to be them.
Yeah.
Far out.
Yeah.
They pay their CEO, whoever the guy is.
Bobby Kotick.
But yeah, Bobby Kotick, like, what is it, 60 mil this year or something?
40 million last year.
Yeah.
40 mil.
When you add up like the stock packages and salary, all the various bonuses.
That is like, let me just say, if I was here, that'd be highly illegal.
Okay.
Highly illegal. They're not allowed to do that. Like, yeah, dang. Anyway, I mean, our pay structure and stuff is completely different, so that's probably why. But yeah, sucks to be working for them, I guess. Like, that's not good at all.
All right, yeah, if you're.
Yeah. Particularly if you're living in that area, it's very unfortunate.
Because like QA and all those guys, that stuff's super important and like not easy. And so is like customer service. Like you're paying like the like people who are interacting, like doing like I don't know if they're the hardest jobs, but definitely hard jobs, and they're definitely kind of like
They're definitely the
They're
most
like
front
frontline.
end job that like
Yeah.
have one of the most
Frontline.
bearing things on how someone like sees the company, right?
yeah, they're not the most glamorous. I think I was looking for,
No,
and then you're just getting treated like
but they're still
crap from your
important.
company.
They're still important.
Oh, yeah, they're very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, yeah. Do we think? I mean, my theory may be like, because Blizzard's not really pushing anything, like pushing many games or anything. I mean, they do have a couple of things in the works, but like, do we
Right.
think maybe people aren't getting paid because they're not doing? I mean, they don't have anything to do.
We have
No, I'm
Overwatch
sure-
2. And...
Yeah, I'm sure like work is like definitely a thing at Blizzard and everything, right? Although it's like just by happenstance, Blizzard kind of has this like spiky revenue model and everything, just
Yeah,
because like
sure.
they release things every couple years or so. You can't necessarily expect a constant yearly release for them, or whatever, or at least you never used to be able to. But then when they expanded their IPs and everything, you could.
Yeah, like
Um,
Hearthstone's probably bringing in a pretty steady cash flow.
you would hope.
Yeah.
Yeah, they killed off Heroes
Yeah.
of the Storm, so that's not doing anything for them anymore. Like
Yeah.
content development on StarCraft has ceased. I don't even think they're making new cosmetics for StarCraft anymore. Diablo 3 is like EOL, end of life.
They got Diablo Immortal, which is a mobile game.
That's only in
Um,
China though, I think.
I mean, it still involves QA though, like
Yeah,
QA
yeah.
testing and such.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
there's working on the Shadowlands expansion for WoW, which should be out fairly soon, actually. Like later, I
We've got
think.
Diablo 4 as
Yeah,
well.
Diablo 4, probably not for another couple of years. I think next year we'll see Overwatch 2.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, there's stuff to be done.
mm.
I don't know. That's bad.
Yeah, I wonder what other companies under the Activision Blizzard banner are doing. Like, I wonder, like, say we take like Infinity Ward or whatever, who did NW 2019. You know, it's just like I wonder if they're having issues with salaries there or not.
So I wonder if like the other Activision branches are included in this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, what was I going to say? Dang. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. It sucks to go and work in an industry that you kind of love. I mean, it's like movies or anything. Like, obviously, people who work in games have a passion for gaming, right? Like, they have a passion for video games. They have a passion for what they do. It sucks that it seems like video games are like you go and work in the industry, but you don't make as much as other industries.
Right.
That seems to be the prevailing like motto, I guess, or like
the prevailing.
yeah.
It's like the prime motif here is
Exactly, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like there's been evidence over time that seems to be the case, and
Yeah.
a lot of
And
companies.
it's the biggest media industry out there. Like you'd
Yeah.
think,
Right.
it's crazy.
I think you take care of your workers, and
Yeah, you would think. I guess it is the newest, but still, like, wow, it's kind of shocking to be honest.
Yeah.
Like you can probably go and earn more in retail, for goodness sake.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what? Crazy.
I feel like goes for a lot of companies, but probably Blizzard. They feel like they prey on like younger people who want to break into the industry, right? And then
Yeah.
then they just turn the staff gets turned over so quickly.
Yeah.
Right.
I do know it's viewed like in the games industry, it's viewed as fairly prestigious to have Blizzard on your resume. So a lot of people get lured in by that and everything. So
That's true. It's probably like top 5, right? Like
yeah.
biggest ones, right,
Mhm.
to work at.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I don't know. What can you say? You can't really say anything about it. They need to sort it out. There needs to be a union, for goodness sake. It's the biggest media industry out there. Why are there no unions involved in this? Why do none exist? Like,
Right.
crazy.
Yeah,
Absolutely
it's
crazy.
about time to unionize. I mean, say at the very least, you would kind of expect it to be in line with other like software development stuff and everything, right? And like the tech industry in general. But it's for whatever reason, video games were just like that industry was just like way different than like how the industries for like Apple and Google developed and everything, right? So it's like you get like a programmer for a game, at Blizzard maybe making 40,000-50,000 a year. You did a like low level, like entry level software engineer for like Google or Apple, which, you know, this is a similar like skill set and everything, right? The education requirements are around the same and everything, right? Maybe 90,000 at an entry level position at one of those companies, right? And with a similar amount of employees too. So, and it's like, we can go on and on about comparing revenue models proportionately, but it's just like, bottom line is just like, in the video games industry in general, and especially at Blizzard, it would seem, everything is just way beneath standard. So
yeah. I don't know how the union stuff would work. I'm not an expert, obviously, but like,
Yeah.
once there's a union, then you're making games with only unionized people. You know, like how do indie games operate? I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of stuff. But
it could be a choice. Like, I mean, over here, I've got no idea how it works, but over here you can choose to join a union if you want to.
Okay.
Thing.
Here it depends on the industry.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like sometimes people
It's
are
very
forced to have a union even though they don't want to be a part of the union, which is kind of an issue.
Sure.
Other times it's just like there is an optional one. So maybe like an actual organized unionization in that sense isn't the best choice for people, but some sort of organized like concerted effort among employees, you know, maybe like a mass strike or something because of it would be more effective in it. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you know, like the acting union or whatever it's called, right? Like you can't work with people who aren't, you know, or like the voice actor. You know, we kind of saw that earlier,
right?
With some stuff a couple of years ago, I think, with Troy Baker not being able to work with this game because he was in the union and they were using non-union and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I feel like government isn't always a good idea, but I feel like there needs to be. I mean, this is like. I mean, I'm using Australia as an example here because I'm obviously Australian and I've had like experience with like not getting paid and stuff. I feel like there needs to be so the way it works here is we've got like an ombudsman basically that oversee every single industry, no matter what it is, media, retail, sales, tech, whatever, and they determine how much you should be getting paid, whether the company that you're working for is breaking the law, whatever it may be. So I feel like America may need something similar to that, like
something like that.
But they may already have it, but maybe just like combine, you know, gaming into it, video game development and stuff.
But my capitalism, my capitalism.
I mean, yeah, I guess, but still.
No, I'm being facetious, but yeah.
I don't know. There needs to be more protection for workers, to be honest, in gaming, and there's not. Like, what do you do if you're not getting paid?
Right, exactly.
Like,
well, I mean,
you can end up homeless, and then like,
you start making sacrifices, right? You choose not to have like a kid with your partner. You know, like that one guy.
You eat, you know, oatmeal every day because you can't afford it, right?
Yeah. You drink coffee in place of lunch.
Yeah.
Because it curbs the
and that's like those are second run too. Those are second run greyhounds.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't change out the Keurig cup every morning. Yeah.
We're joking, but like,
yeah,
it's messed up. Like,
right?
It really is, yeah. So, I mean, yeah, people in these industries and these companies are kind of crying out for help, and nobody's really doing anything about it. Like, what can you do?
Right, and it's kind of, it's like it's a tragedy in this sense. Just like, I don't know, Blizzard is like some of my favorite games have come from Blizzard. I mean, it's like I absolutely love StarCraft. Used to love World of Warcraft, but it's like it's kind of a shame that in recent years the employees have been,
mistreated,
denigrated
every front, right?
Huh?
And like, yeah,
like the employees be like mistreated basically on every front.
Yeah,
so.
And like, the game's quality slips, like QA testing isn't done as well because people aren't getting paid as much. And then like if you go out and buy their game, like if you buy Shadowlands for instance, the DLC to WoW, where does that money go? To the CEO.
Right.
He gets a pay rise, and it's like, I want my money that I'm paying for my game to go to the employee who's
the people who actually made the damn game.
Exactly. Exactly. Like that's where I want my money going, not to some CEO who does not that much. Anyway,
there are like, and it's like the CS and QA lack of testing and everything, whatnot, is super duper apparent in Blizzard's games the past couple of years and everything. Like the downgrades in those departments are super duper apparent. If you get falsely banned in WoW, there's a good chance you're just screwed. because like
Oh man.
CS reps, in order to like cut down on time and everything, are directed internally to like ignore like ban appeals and everything until they're like really just like scraping bottom of the barrel for tickets to answer and whatnot, because you know they have so many other things to get to and everything instead. And so yeah, so if you can even get to a like person or whatever with that, there's a good chance you still won't be unbanned. Yeah, if you guys watch Linus Tech Tips, the YouTube channel, Luke, who's like the other host that's been on there a little while ago and everything, talked about how him and his family like to play Classic WoW together and everything. And it's like he got falsely banned or whatever in like a ban wave or whatever. And it took him like 6 weeks to even begin to talking to another person. And the only real reason like why he got unbanned was because during a live stream he talked about it, and a Blizzard employee happened to be watching it.
Oh, what?
Yeah. So I mean, if that was just like a normal person, then you know they'd be screwed.
Way, right?
Yeah, they'd be screwed.
Yeah, it's funny because he got. Yeah, it's funny how you got like with WoW, it's done by, you know, Blizzard, right? Blizzard Entertainment. And they ban people, and you know you're not going to be able to get your account back if you false ban. But then on the other side of the spectrum, you got blinking Modern Warfare, who bans no one.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, this is balanced.
Yep.
Heck yeah. This is what we want.
Yeah. All right. So, anything else to say about the situation over at Blizzard outside of hopefully it gets better for everyone involved?
Who said it?
Work for somebody else. I mean, I feel like this is going to keep on going.
I mean, if enough,
to have the opportunity, yeah.
If enough employees end up like saying, "Oh, I'm doing no work for Riot" or whatever, right? Then it's like that'll definitely send a message to the higher ups, being like, "Wait, why do we have like staff leaving all of a sudden?" So, you know, that sort of thing would get noticed.
I feel like everybody just needs to go on strike for like a year. It's like no video from us.
Yeah,
You'll have no games this year.
Pay us stonks, please.
Like a mass employee strike right now at Blizzard would be severely detrimental to like the development cycle and timing of everything, right? Because Shadowlands is definitely in crunch time right now for World of Warcraft and everything. Classic WoW is supposedly the Classic WoW team is supposedly going to be cranking out like Burning Crusade Classic or whatever, which is the second expansion for WoW and everything, just based on the timeline and whatnot. So it's like for what we understand, it's let's like Classic WoW is basically just gonna like go through the World of Warcraft expansions again and everything. So anyway,
I'm tempted to play that, to be honest.
I would wait until Burning Crusade comes out, honestly, because like Classic WoW is super duper rough around the edges and everything. So I'd wait until at least the expansion comes out anyway. And then it's just like, yeah, Overwatch 2 will probably be out next year, so that's in heavy development. Diablo 4, which is still a couple years away, is still probably in heavy development because Diablo games take a lot to develop. So
They do.
yeah, StarCraft is probably dead, but I'd like to believe there's a StarCraft 3 coming out in like 2025.
Nah, come on, 2050.
Okay, anyway. So, but yeah, any degree of like employee strike with any significant number would be detrimental to.
Would be enough.
Yeah, to be like, oh, we can't really have this and everything.
Yeah.
So, all right.
I agree.
Well, speaking of people being in revolt, a fan base that's around 3.5 to 4 million strong is currently in revolt over Star Citizen and the developer Cloud Imperium Games. So, do y'all know the fabled history of Star Citizen?
I'm gonna is this the game that has never actually came out but it made?
Yes. This is the game that has the highest development budget of any game to have ever been developed, but has yet to come out after 8 years, almost to the day. Yeah, Kickstarter for this game called Star Citizen that had a minor stroke there. Sorry. Yeah, Kickstarter for this game called Star Citizen, released in 2012. Okay, original goal of a couple million. Okay, shattered that goal within like a week or two. Okay, it was an easy sell. Okay, then they moved on to this crowdfunding thing on their own website away from Kickstarter in 2013, and Full disclosure, I'm a backer of Star Citizen since of summer of 2013. I have about $300 sunken into it so far. Okay.
Pathetic.
$300 sunken into it
They
over
got
the
him.
course of 7 years. Okay.
They got him.
Yeah. So yeah, they got me. I'll be part of the class action. Okay. Don't worry. Yeah. And it was gonna be developed by Chris Roberts, who used to develop what was it? Star Pilot? Not Star Pilot. Hold on.
Star Fox.
Not Star Fox.
Starman?
No.
Star Mouse.
Wing Commander.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Chris Roberts, as the who created Wing Commander and was director of those games, is the director of Star Citizen and everything. Okay, you know, he promised everyone a vision and whatnot, living, breathing universe. Basically, going to be elite, dangerous on steroids is the best way to describe Star Citizen. I think right now, you know, it's like it's going to be totally granular. Okay. All this fun stuff. Okay, it's gonna be insane, absolutely insane. Okay, they have some gorgeous trailers from Crytek. Okay. Made,
Do you work for them too?
No, I don't. Okay, it's gonna be great. Okay, look, you can sleep in your own ship. Okay, in first person view, and then have it like autopilot around, and then like in first person get like a rifle, and then like board another person's ship and like take it over from the inside, steal the ship. Okay,
it's gonna be Elden Ring.
It's gonna be great. Okay, it's gonna be great.
How much can you actually do of that stuff?
Yeah. Okay.
No.
Yeah. All right. So anyway, yeah, development began on Star Citizen and everything with that CryEngine and whatnot. And it was somewhat clear from the get-go that there was a lot of technical work to do with all the systems they were proposing and everything, which were honestly at the time some very like truly industry-leading tech that they were working on, and like industry like innovative tech that they were really working on and everything, which is why it was taking so long. There was going to be a few components to Star Citizen and everything when it came out. There was going to be Squadron 42, which was this big budgeted single player campaign and everything. And then there was going to be the Persistent Universe, which was going to be like this sort of MMO-esque sort of like thing and everything with Star Citizen mechanics and everything. And basically, if you were to back it and everything, you would get into these early access development builds of the game and everything, or like pieces of kind of like pieces of the pie to really sample what the gameplay would be like and everything. So it's like the first thing to come out was called Arena Commander, which is where, you know, you'd have to pilot the ship and everything in space combat in a dogfight. And it's basically like they just throw waves of like gradually harder enemies at you and see how long you survive. But yeah, it was a sample. Oh, look at the graphics, look at how well it runs, stuff like that. Look at the dogfighting, the space combat, stuff like that. And then eventually there was going to be Star Marine and everything for early access, which was going to be like their FPS module, which like you could sample how the FPS gameplay would go and everything, right? And then after that was going to be the integration of those two, so you could kind of view how you could like go from like ship combat seamlessly into first-person combat and everything, integrate those two. Then eventually you did a couple of like 1 or 2 demo missions from Squadron 42, which at this time had a very, very big budgeted names. Like they got Mark Hamill to act one, like voice act one of the characters and everything, use his likeness and everything, stuff like that. And then you were going to get a little demo Persistent Universe. They were going to release like a planet or two in a system and everything around a space station. So then all those modules would kind of work together in there too. You could be walking around first person, board your ships, go fly onto the planet side, stuff like that and everything. But then things kept... What?
How far did they get with any of this?
Everything is in somewhat of a workable state now. It's just not really integrated together. That's the thing. But then what kept happening is that the feature bloat just kept going crazy and crazy and crazy. It's like, okay, for this feature, we think we're going to need XYZ to happen technically. Whatever, right? XYZ happens technically. Oh, this feature still isn't working. We need to do another like ABC technically. Okay. Oh, do we keep doing that? Stuff like that. We're going to do rewrite over rewrite over rewrite because, oh, we weren't happy with this technical mess and everything. No, it's just like, it's a bunch of technical debt that just keeps piling on and on and on. Feature debt, stuff like that. It's just like, they need to like just have a stopping point at this point. Be like, okay, do you know what? Just ship it when it gets to this point, To give you an idea, Squadron 42 was supposed to release in 2016, 2017 at the latest. And the Persistent Universe was supposed to release in 2018. Neither of those have happened. So, yeah, Squadron 42 is now about 4 years late. The Persistent Universe is about 3 years, 2 to 3 years late. And, well, the community has finally had enough and everything. I'm going to go into a couple of the Reddit posts that have been from r/r and they've been talking about it. This was 2 weeks ago, but this is like the story is all trying to coming to a head now. You know, CIG, the Cloud Imperium games, slowly got quieter and quieter over how they were communicating development and everything and stuff like that, and talking about deadlines. And people were like, hey, what's going on? And so someone brought up, hey, you know, with a media effect, we'll incorporate more Squadron 42 content into our regular sprint reports on ISC, trolling all devs, Ask Me Anything, Q&As, etc. In addition to our scheduled content, such as the Squadron 42 monthly report, we're also looking forward to providing regular video check-ins with Brian Chambers and a variety of members of the Squadron 42 team. That was 4 months ago on an official forum post by CIG.
Oh, sure.
Okay, that was on March 13th, 2020. And so now, here we were, you know, here we were 4 months later. They had done none of those things until this minor outrage of the community kind of caused them to finally communicate. And you know how they decided to... so basically what the community is asking for, too, is like, hey, we would really, really like a Squadron 42 roadmap. You know, see where you guys are at, where you guys are going, you know, maybe... We're not asking
for like 5 years.
Yeah, we're not asking for a release date or anything. We're just asking, you know, just like where you guys are at, what else needs to be done, stuff like that. Which are all things that were promised to, like communication like this were things that were promised to backers and everything. Okay? And, well, you know, do you know how CIG responded after a couple of Reddit posts that got really, really popular on criticizing them and then trying to spread it through the industry? They announced the announcement of a roadmap.
What?
They announced the announcement of the announcement for a roadmap.
Announce our roadmap
on
this. Like they announced that they're gonna have a roadmap on like a date.
They announced that they're going to. So okay.
Have an announcement about the roadmap on this day.
No, they announced that they're going to have an announcement about the to-come roadmap on that day.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, they announced on like, these are all arbitrary dates, okay? So it's like, say on like August 1st, okay? They announced that, hey, on August 8th, you guys will get an announcement about when the roadmap will come out.
That's dumb.
Yeah.
So not an actual roadmap. You'll just get to know when we're gonna announce the roadmap.
On Call of Duty. More specifically, I'm going
Yeah,
to comment
exactly.
on
No,
my
you got it.
friends
Yeah.
commenting on Call of Duty.
And they have
Okay,
yet
I
to-
mean-
they have yet to release the roadmap, by the way. Also, thanks for the follow, Macromaster 2015.
Thanks,
Yeah,
dude.
they have yet.
Appreciate it.
They have yet to. Yeah. they-
Okay, when's the date, dude? When's the date? When's the
I
date?
don't know.
Wait, they didn't give the date for the roadmap, like the announcement of it. Like
No.
there was no dates.
No. Yeah,
Oh,
maybe
that's-
yeah.
That's unfortunate. They need to figure this out.
Yeah.
What did people say to that?
Oh, people are just like revolting. People are talking about like how we can. There's literally a compilation of laws in one of the forum posts on Star Citizen right now in each country on how you can get a refund.
Do it.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard so much about this game and like how much money they've made, and like there's like no product really.
Yeah, there's
It's pretty
really
baffling.
Yeah. To give you an idea, so Arena Commander, which was the first like module and everything, the dogfight module, mostly went smooth as far as like their announcement to like product delivery went and everything, right? The next thing was Star Marine, okay, which was gonna come out in 2014, okay? I remember I was a junior in high school at the time in 2014, and yeah, it didn't come out until I was freshman year of college.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
It did come out though.
Yeah, Star Marine eventually came out. The FPS module eventually came out 2 years after their intended date, And then what? So it's like, because it was supposed to come out in 2014, right? It didn't come out in 2016. When they announced the delay for it in 2014, they said, we think we only have around 3 more months to go on it. And they just said...
You didn't hear anything until 2016.
Yeah. Yeah, and they just kept pushing it back until it finally released.
Fascinating. Like,
Yeah.
this is so weird.
How big
So as outsiders looking in, what do you guys think?
I'm so confused. How big's their development team?
Like around 350 people or so.
Oh, good God. How are they? Okay, what?
Yeah, that's... Oh, my... Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for the community to, like, finally, stop getting pushed around, I suppose.
Yeah.
How long has it taken them? Like 10 years?
We're pushing 8 after this year.
10 years! Yeah, like...
After 15 years?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, damn. Okay, yeah.
Is this game ever coming out, Taylor?
No.
No.
Okay.
No. Are you gonna get a refund, Taylor?
Probably.
He's gonna hold off on the refund, so when the class action comes...
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna want whatever settlement comes by, you know?
He's gonna hold off on the refund until 15 years.
Yeah. All right,
Oh my
so
goodness.
give you an idea.
Okay.
This game, Star Citizen, has raised $307,904,764 from
And
2,749,721 people.
Ooh, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
From a viewer's perspective, how much is the average budget for a game?
Like AAA game?
Sure. Yeah.
100 mil-ish region, I'd say, is pretty safe.
3
Like,
times.
yeah, like 60 to 100 mil is kind of reasonable. You get your like occasional like blockbusters or whatever from time to time, like GTA 5 that had like 240 million, which granted 40 million of that was like into an advertising budget. So stuff like that. But yeah, this is by far the most high budget game to have ever like had money behind it, and yeah, here we are.
What?
Or you need to get that much money if you're going to be in development for 8 years.
Right. Yeah.
What do you think the average wage for an employee is?
Apparently pretty good, because that hasn't come up.
True.
Yeah. Give me an idea. So the original Kickstarter was for 2 million, okay? And this was and then once they got to that point, they started doing these milestones, okay? So August 31st, 2012, almost 8 years to the day, was when the Kickstarter ended and they had raised 2 million. That was the original budget for the game, okay? They planned on doing, at the very least, we're going to develop this game with only 2 million in a couple years, okay? Which, okay, that was the original thing. And then funding moved away from like the Kickstarter website. They built their own website to handle the like fundraising and everything, stuff like that. And then, you know, they started doing all these these little like tier goals and everything. So it was like 2.5 million Star Citizen will feature additional flyable ship, the Anvil Gladiator. This was big, right? Because, you know, at the time they announced like a very limited set of ships and whatnot. Okay, they announced a very limited set of ships at the time, and yeah, so it's like, oh, new ship, okay. And then 3 million more community updates. Squadron 42 will feature 35 missions instead of the originally promised 30. So, yeah. And citizens with appropriate patches will receive access to the Star Citizen universe with 40 star systems for persistent online play upon release. That was like, hey, once we get to 3 million, we can do the persistent universe. So... yeah, and then obviously everything just bloated from there. Once they hit 65 million, they pretty much said to hell with all the like Kickstarter goals and everything.
Yeah, I mean, like, at what point did you just like put out the original promises and stop like you know trying to jam more stuff in this game?
Right.
So,
I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Legit. Okay. Legit question. Like, why are they so delayed? Like, why? What seems to be their problem? Either they're not doing the work. Like, you got 340 staff that are getting paid like $4 million each or something.
Well, I mean, you know, yeah, I don't know.
or like 1 million each because like they've raised like 340 mil. Like all they keep running into technical issues, but you'd think like to me it seems like nobody's doing any work, to be honest.
Or just like poor management, or like the person in charge is like, this is what I want. Oh wait, that's not exactly what I want. Right? Do it.
Yeah, like they keep changing it. Maybe the guy in charge is never happy with like, or like the whatever they are, project leads or whatever, aren't happy with what's being turned out. But like that long, you'd think they'd give an update. Like seriously.
I'm so confused by this, but also it's super interesting. I feel like.
Yeah, it is pretty damn interesting. I swear we talked about this like a year ago on the podcast.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think we did. I was Matt and Taylor who were on here. I think you were here as well.
I think so. I get this game confused with the one that Taylor also plays.
Eve Online.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. They're probably not similar at all, but I just because like this game you can't you could buy the ships, but you weren't even like able to use them. I think.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you could look at a ship. You could you could look at a ship. It looks so good. It looks amazing.
But does the game at least look nice?
For the screenshots that I've seen of it, it looks pretty decent. But the thing is, you would never know because anything could have been changed on them.
True, but just like a screenshot, it could be not actual gameplay, right, or whatever.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Huh.
But legit, if this was like a real thing and this came out, I would 100% play it because there is no I like the concept of Eve. I love the concept of like Elite Dangerous.
Yeah.
But I don't like some of the features in them at all. Like the whole mapping system of Elite Dangerous is absolute hell to navigate. So a game that kind of blended, and that's kind of what Eve's trying to do as well. So they're going to have like an FPS kind of module as well. It's going to be a separate game.
Right.
But it's basically like they're going to have, I think they are, they may, I don't think they cancelled it, but I think they're working on it. So basically, for instance, like you're going to have two games that are basically connected. And like if you're playing Eve, which is the ship kind of Eve, and you fly over like an FPS segment, you'll see that in the other game. I can't remember what it's called.
Right.
The FPS one.
I think I played some of that FPS.
I think it had a beta.
I think I played it on like PlayStation 3.
Oh.
I thought there was like some kind of connection to a bigger game that I played.
Maybe it had a beta.
I don't know. Maybe I'm off base here.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But yeah, like a game that blends like FPS and like Elite Dangerous, that would be amazing. I'd love that so much. I'd 100% check it out.
Right, sounds good in theory. So you mentioned also, or it's like you mentioned just before I left it, part is like why the delays and everything. Well, it's either A, they kind of be a little bit perfectionist about things, so it's just like, oh, we're not happy with this one little minor aspect of it, even though it's a pre-alpha demo for something that they're delivering to backers and everything. So, obviously, it's like expected to be buggy, right, and whatnot. But it's like, oh, no, we're getting delayed because of that. B, it's like, oh, we ran into a technical issue because, this is a brand new system that no one's ever done before, which is, on that case, is kind of fair, I guess, that we didn't anticipate. So it's like, yeah, we're taking some time to look on it. Or C, it's because, oh, we want to add this feature to it. We want to add this other feature to it. Or D, we decided to entirely rewrite the netcode for like a 5th time because, yeah.
Because why not, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I played Dust 514, which is attached.
Oh, yeah.
Which was attached to Eve, yeah.
Yeah. We were kind of talking about how similar concept, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
With Dust 5, wait, whatever it's called, is that still in development, Taylor?
No, it got canceled. It's died a while ago.
Yeah. It wasn't good either.
No.
I mean, from what I played, I remember being like,
sure.
It was a decent concept and everything, like, oh, integration with Eve and whatnot, but yeah, wasn't great.
I mean, I would definitely play this game if it comes out just to see.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine this game, if this game doesn't launch free to play,
right?
I think that is a horrible mistake if they ever do launch it.
So it's like, give me an idea. Also, the persisting universe, which was supposed to be out in 2018 or whatever, right? Just like promised 40 star systems to visit and whatnot, each with like a multitude of planets, etc. Fun stuff. Okay, there's like one full star system that exists in the game right now, and like half of another one
that you can actually play.
Functionable?
Yeah, functionable.
Okay, interesting.
So
We also were. It's like, does it look nice at least? Is like the graphics are there?
oh
and
yeah,
everything?
it's a fantastic looking game. It's done in CryEngine, so
Okay.
yeah, so it's definitely not like ugly by any stretch.
Mm-hmm.
So
Wild.
Yeah.
So wild.
Vaporware.
And I did.
Vaporware. Okay.
Get that refund going.
Again, waiting for the class action. Okay. All right. Anything else to say about the woes of Star Citizen and how we won't be seeing it anytime
so
soon?
Fascinating. This is like the train. At the train wreck, you can't like not.
Yeah,
get, right?
exactly. Yeah.
You could. It's a good plan.
Okay.
Dang.
All right, so moving right along, let's talk about brand exclusivity for a little bit. This article is coming to us from our very own cultureofgaming.com. Marvel's Avengers is swinging in just around the corner on September 4th. Crystal Dynamics announced that Spider-Man would be a PlayStation exclusive only character. Sony, which owns the rights to the webhead, will we'll have an additional storyline within their version of Marvel's Avengers. However, controversially, Spider-Man will not be swinging his way onto the Xbox and PC version of the game. This infers that the full experience of the game will be on the PS4 and PS5 versions. The team at Crystal Dynamics also announced that Spider-Man would be the only exclusive DLC for platforms, meaning Xbox and PC will be missing out, which is causing backlash amongst fans. Understandably so. Sony explained in their blog that Spidey would not be Day 1 DLC and instead will be joining the Gang of Heroes later on in 2021. The cast being Avengers staples such as Iron Man, Hulk, Thor, Black Widow, Captain America, Ant-Man, and Ms. Marvel. Also confirmed in their blog, Spider-Man would be available to players for no additional cost when he arrives. In contrast, Spider-Man will be the only exclusive DLC. Hawkeye, however, will be available as a post-launch DLC for all platforms. All right, so is this scummy or is this fine?
I don't know. Like, I'm kind of like, it makes sense because like Sony owns Spider-Man, like a lot of rights to it. Like they use like the Spider-Man font,
right?
PS3,
right?
Like, you know, so part of me is not surprised. Thing, but also like a bummer if you don't play on PlayStation. So I mean, if you like Spider-Man, that sucks, right?
I mean, Sony owns Insomniac, who has the rights to Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Sony also owns the Spider-Man. Like, they've got the rights to the character, right? Makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not super consumer friendly, I guess, but
I mean,
I don't know if that's on. I mean, I guess who's making this game again?
Crystal Dynamics.
So I guess, you know, like Square Enix or whoever, Crystal Dynamics was probably like, we need Spider-Man. We have to go to Sony, and then they're like, okay, but you can only be on our platform for like a year.
Oh, okay.
I guess, you know, there's probably some like back and forth, right, between them.
Yeah.
So it's just you know, hey, businesses do business things, right? It sucks.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, that's like saying like, you know, a certain CPU doesn't have the same features as a different branded CPU. Like, I mean, Sony technically owns Spider-Man. They got the rights to Spider-Man, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Insomniac owns Spider-Man to do whatever they want with gaming-based stuff for a certain amount of time, right? Of course, it's going to come to PS4. Of course, like what do you expect?
It
makes sense to me.
Although Avengers is dumb, so I don't really care about this at all.
Yeah, like I'm with you. You know, like it's in a beta right now, so you can find some stuff about it, and it looks like a Destiny like.
Oh, okay.
Like it's like loot based, which is like kind of cool because like you're getting cool costumes for like your dude.
Yeah.
But it just looks like a real like boring. Like it looks like Dynasty Warriors off.
Oh Jesus! Okay.
Like to me, that's what I'm getting. Like, you know, beating people up constantly, and like,
yeah,
oh, now
it's a bit beat up game.
Now,
okay.
Now I'm really big, which it looks cool.
Yeah.
But like, it just seems so shallow.
Yeah, I gotcha. If this is the same Avengers game at E3 from last year, right?
Yes,
Oh.
yes.
Have they
It looks-
changed the?
I watching it in motion, it looks better,
Okay.
I would say.
Yeah, because I remember people were not happy with the character models last year.
Yeah, it had like that weird like, I don't know if I said this on this, but like the porn versions of like them, you know?
Yeah, no, you brought that up at E3 when we talked about it.
Yeah, like, you know, they just look like they're like the
It's like the
porn
shitty
parody
porn
version.
parodies of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh. But it looks okay. I watched a little bit of it yesterday. You know,
Yeah.
it looks fine. People are gonna like it, I assume.
Yeah, okay. I'm sure if you're into like Marvel and whatnot still, then
Yeah.
this game is gonna be like right up your alley, you know? Like you'll really enjoy it. Which good
I
on
mean,
you.
I'm into Marvel. I like most of the Avengers stuff. I like most Marvel movies. I'm not going to play it though.
Okay.
I don't like the look of it at all.
You see, like,
Yeah.
apparently my
Isn't it-
favorite, like, Marvel Cinematic Universe movies are the ones that everybody else hates, so if I try and express my opinion, it just gets instantly invalidated. Like,
Yeah. I mean, there's an open beta next weekend. I'm not sure what platform
okay.
it's on. It might be on all platforms. I need to guys to double check that.
Yeah.
But if you have the way to play it, I would check it out next weekend. You know,
Okay.
and obviously it's a beta, but
Is
comes
it
that
an
way.
open beta or a closed beta?
So it's closed this weekend for pre-order. So if you pre-order it, you can play the beta. But next weekend is when it opens up to everybody.
When's it supposed to come out?
Next month.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, super soon.
I might check it out. I might have a play of it.
Yeah.
When's do you know what day it starts?
Probably try. I can just Google it if you want. But like probably.
Friday, yeah, sure.
I don't know. Eventually. Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, like, yeah. So, okay, so Friday next week. Friday, it'll be Thursday, August 13th. Or no, Friday, August 14th to Sunday, August 16th. So,
Okay.
PS4 open access. Xbox and PC are closed access.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, so once again, the
So
place.
they're favoring,
Oh,
yeah.
just doing like buddy with Sony here, right? Developers, whatnot.
Hasn't Crystal Dynamics always been buddy with Sony though?
Yeah.
No, because
Oh,
they did the exclusive thing with Tomb Raider.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they did
Okay.
that.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm thinking Square.
I know we've
Wow, that's weird.
we've seen Sony exert, like, within the past year or so, we've seen Sony exert a lot of like market power with games in this sense, because y'all remember last year Modern Warfare had like a third of Special Ops was like PS4 exclusive for the first year or whatever.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. So
But it turns out that was bad anyway, so like.
right, it's just like nothing of value was really lost. I don't even think I've touched Spec Ops mode in Modern Warfare since I reviewed it.
I haven't. I've put a lot of hours in that game. I haven't played it once.
Yeah.
I played it once.
I
Sucks.
sampled it briefly for the purpose of review, but at that point it was so late, and when I was like writing the review, that was like, okay, this is gonna have really no bearing on what I think of the game. So
The Spider-Man thing is weird though, because I don't know how long they said that the exclusive
Yeah.
is a year. Like that game could easily be dead.
in a year.
Well, like, yeah. I
I
mean,
mean, if it was comes out for PS4 and then again on PS5,
true.
I mean,
I did see maybe lots of people next year buying the PS5 version or the Series X or the PC version next year, and it having, you know, Spider-Man in it because the exclusivity will be up.
Huh.
I don't know.
Because he said he's not even coming out till 2021.
Oh, okay, I might have just
Right?
skipped that part completely. Yeah, no,
Or-
that's correct. No, you're correct. Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
So then, like, theoretically, 2022 is when he would go to other platforms. Like,
Yeah.
That,
Okay.
you're,
oh,
Yeah, okay,
what?
now that's a bit far off then, yeah.
yeah, that's like, you.
It's like,
Who
oh,
knows?
remember that Marvel's Avengers game that came out a couple years ago? Yeah.
Well, they're saying it's going to be like a games as a service kind of thing. Like they're going to keep on updating it and bringing.
Will it
like,
really be?
more
I don't know. Will
Well,
there really be
maybe.
that much interest in it? A couple
That's
years
what
in?
I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, I realize that, but I mean, like,
Okay.
it could could be like, as Andrew said, it could be like a Destiny kind of thing. Like, yes, it kind of looks a little bit like Destiny, but like they could do kind of a Destiny model.
Okay.
Where they kind of like just adding stuff every like 3 months or so.
Yeah.
Never often Destiny adds stuff.
Okay.
Remember Anthem?
Huh?
Remember Anthem?
Yes, but I don't want to.
I feel like this has Anthem vibes all over it.
Oh yeah.
Anthem, there's an Anthem. I've still got it.
In the seal? Is it in the shrink wrap?
No.
Oh, okay.
Hey, look.
It's like, oh, that might be worth some money on eBay if it's still in the shrink wrap.
Holy guacamole.
$99.
I'm so glad I just like Origin accessed Basic and paid like $5 to sample Anthem when it came out, and yeah. Anyway.
Sure, the receipt
Said they were
for
gonna do something with that thing.
Huh?
Didn't they say they were gonna upgrade it or something? Or
Yeah,
something?
yeah, I don't know. They're gonna do this whole like Anthem relaunch thing pretty soon. Not pretty soon, but.
Oh, okay. Weird.
Yeah.
I got it for $10.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, man, that's not terrible. Yeah.
I don't know what's gonna
I paid $5 technically speaking. I still feel ripped off.
I don't need.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Again, although with the Avengers game, I feel like this would have been a little bit more on the nose game to come out a couple of years ago, maybe a year or so ago. Not because I don't know. Most of the characters here are like out of the universe right now, right? Ever since Endgame happened.
I suppose, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But like, yeah, you're right. Like, this definitely seems like it missed its like the largest window. Like,
yeah. It seems like a relic of a foregone time when you could
like
still go outside whenever you wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every video you do, you say that.
I know. No, I annoy my friends with it in real life too. It's okay. Yeah.
Dead.
Okay.
I don't know, dude. This is gonna be very interesting. I might check it out. I'll check out the beta, see what I think, and then yeah, it comes out Friday. Wait,
The beta is,
so
yeah.
it'll be Saturday for me.
Okay.
Comes out Saturday. I might check it out before the podcast and have some thoughts on it.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, let's move on to the final news topic of the day. And you know what I came to the realization of the other day, kind of reading this? We don't technically know officially what the next Call of Duty is. This is several months late for the announcement and everything.
What? That was a leak.
Yeah, I'm saying we don't officially know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Late Cold War or something, right?
Yeah, but it looks like we're getting close to it though. We're getting close to it. Okay. Call of Duty 2020 has been seemingly teased in Modern Warfare's Warzone. This is coming to us from GameSpot right now. With coronavirus raging and a bona fide live game hit on its hands, it seemed likely Activision would drop teasers for its next COD within the structure of Call of Duty Modern Warfare and Warzone. Now it appears that's happening, as a mysterious new message introduced in Season 5 looks like something out of Black Ops. We could very well be going back to the mystery-filled Cold War era games we've seen a decade ago. The numbers, Mason, what did they mean? Did Black Ops really come out 10 years ago?
That would make sense, yeah.
Oh, Jesus, God, okay.
Yeah.
Dude, we're getting old, okay?
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
Black Ops 1 came out in 2010?
Yeah.
Correct.
Really? I feel like it was before that.
No, it would have had to, because I remember, so Skyrim, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and Modern Warfare 3 all came out in 2011 with each other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not shocked about Skyrim being 2011. Good lord.
All right, anyway. So yeah, there's a bunch of allusions to history, stuff like that. Everything seems very Black Ops-esque. Some of the more well-known Call of Duty like influencers and sites, like Charlie Intel, which is a gaming website purely dedicated to Call of Duty news and happenings and stuff like that, have been getting these mysterious black crates that are all like padlocked up and everything. And it says, "Do not open the crate until August 10th at 12 p.m. Eastern Time." So, yeah. So this does seem to be in line possibly with the leak of, it being Black Ops Cold War. I don't understand wasn't the original Black Ops already Cold War?
Yes.
Okay, then what's the point of this?
Black Ops 2 was kind
It's
of
like 2025. But like we did have like flashbacks to like the late 70s, early 80s with some South American stuff in Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 3 is off the wall.
Okay, yeah, that was crazy. Black
No,
Ops
look, I
4
played
was
that
just
one.
multiplayer.
I did play that one.
Okay.
I feel like it might be time for a Cold War game again.
Okay. Yeah, I like
Oh,
this setting
yeah.
just fine. I just don't necessarily see the point of it or how it would be significantly different from the original Black Ops.
Well, I think people were thinking that like it was like Black Ops, whatever, and then Cold War was like akin to like Warzone,
Oh, interesting.
where it's like Call of Duty Modern Warfare Warzone,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
No one calls it that, but that's like the official like you
Uh-huh.
know thing. And then oh, my cat is attacking me. But so this one would be Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Would
Oh,
be
okay.
like the
Sure.
battle royale version of it
Yeah.
or whatever.
Okay. Well, funny that you mentioned that because we previously had the conversation where it's just like, I don't know, Modern Warfare pretty good, it's kind of like probably just keep playing Modern Warfare no matter what the next COD is, right? This comes to us from IGN. Call of Duty 2020 and other upcoming titles will have tight integration with Call of Duty Warzone, according to Activision's president Rob Kosic. The news arrives thanks to an Activision Blizzard Q2 earnings call, which took place on August 4th. During the call, Bobby Kosic revealed that there will be a very tight integration between Call of Duty Warzone and this year's upcoming Call of Duty game. So
They should just roll it over, right? They should just like
yeah,
keep it and then
right? Yeah, I don't know.
So wait. Who's this guy?
This is the president of Activision during an investor call.
So you got Bobby Kotick, who's Blizzard. And you got
Activision
Bobby
Blizzard. You have Bobby Kotick, who's Activision Blizzard, and then president of Activision is Rob Kosic.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And rumors speculating that they might just reveal the game in Warzone itself too. Don't know.
They probably will. They
So
probably.
yeah. What
Yeah.
what do we think here?
I mean, who knows anymore what their game is?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's pretty wild though that it's August and we have no idea.
Yeah. Right.
That's pretty interesting, at least.
I feel like if they're going to announce anything, they're going to in Warzone, 100%, because that's like they've said that they've wanted to kind of maintain Warzone as like a Fortnite kind of thing,
Okay.
like have events and whatever in Warzone.
Yeah.
So I feel like that would probably be the perfect place to do it. Just have like
Just like
I don't know.
nuke the thing and then like
Oh, we're in
Is-
the 70s now.
is Nuketown the one that's Black Ops?
Yeah, that was
right?
originally Black Ops.
Yeah, so you do something with Nuketown.
Oh yeah.
And then
Fun little dress-up
We're-
event. Yeah.
we were in Nuketown all along. Something weird like that.
It's like that astronaut meme. Wait, it's Nuketown? Always has been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? You just start seeing mannequins pop up in like Warzone.
Yeah.
that could actually be cool. Like
Or maybe they
keep
just...
it,
Yeah, go ahead.
Hire me. So,
keep the battle royale. Okay.
Okay.
Like keep Warzone.
Yeah.
Basically nuke the whole thing and like shift, maybe like a nuke triggers like a back in time kind of thing or something, and then you're in like a Cold War setting with Cold War weapons and stuff as a battle royale.
Okay. Or maybe just add like some of the weapons from COD Cold War into Warzone and some of the characters or whatever. Just for stuff, yeah.
it's gonna be really easy to like put out a battle pass
Yeah.
The idea was better.
with like
No, your
With,
idea
like,
was
a
better.
new
I'm just saying
character.
minimal effort would it be.
yeah.
I'm just saying. Yeah, be funny.
Fine, your idea was better.
Yeah, it was better.
Okay.
Juggernauts to the like you can get a judge.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah.
It's interesting stuff.
Okay. So are we at all excited for 2020 COD? Because I'm pretty just like milquetoast to it.
I'll probably end up playing it. I don't know if I'll play it as much as I played this one.
Okay, fair enough. If they keep the cheaters in line, then I might play it. I don't know.
Ow.
True. Now that if the new one comes out, there might be less
Yeah, true.
hacks. Might not.
Yeah.
It's so funny how they don't have an anti cheat, wasn't it?
They do, just not very good.
good apparently. Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard someone say you can rent like hacks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like a new concept to me. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
You can actually, well, funny thing, you can actually download a free anti-cheat onto your game, and basically what it does is it doesn't ban the player, but it like blocks you from playing with them if they're cheating.
That's kind of interesting, I suppose.
Okay, I kind of like that idea.
So, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think they have an anti-cheat, to be honest.
Some kind of something.
You would
People have
hope.
been banned, right? So there's got to be, hopefully, not just through reporting.
Right.
Kill cams that recording for sure last week.
Hello, bass boosted Drawn Joe. How are you?
Wait, legit?
Yeah.
I think
when he moved away from the
away.
mic, he was
Yeah.
like bass boosted for a bit.
Oh.
Yeah.
As mentioned in the tweet, the new anti-cheat update will go live on Modern Warfare and Warzone within this week. That was April 29th.
Okay, so they must have an anti-cheat.
Well, yeah, but okay. The
Well, I
the
mean,
effectiveness of the
yeah,
anti-cheat is
people-
questionable. Okay.
Yeah.
And I have played since April, and it is not much. Yeah.
It's
It's not
That's
great.
probably when the ban wave came.
Mm.
Not the first one. Come on, website.
Come on.
Damn, it's taking forever. But yeah, I probably won't play this, to be honest.
Okay. Enough. All right. So, anything else to say about anything that happened this past week?
Do you want to talk about state of play at all, or we're just
Did anything jump out at you from State of Play?
I mean, actually, Crash looks kind of cool.
Okay. Is Crash about? It's about time or whatever. Is that going to be on PS4 or PS5 or both?
I think it's PS4 because it's
Oh,
coming
okay.
out soon.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
So this state of play didn't have any PS5 news, basically.
Okay.
A little. They showed off like Godfall.
Yeah, and that was kind of it.
I
And
mean,
like,
no news, I guess, right? Just like some stuff.
Sure. Oh, and that one game you guys were telling me about before the podcast seemed pretty cool. It was like anime
right.
Dark Souls mixed with Breath of the Wild. So
I already forgot its weird name.
something.
Genshi
Yeah,
Impact
Genshi
or
Impact. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Impact.
Okay.
We got some more bug snacks.
Oh, how does that game look? Okay.
It looks weird.
Yeah.
You're like first person, like throwing traps out. Like,
Oh, what the hell?
yeah, it looks like it's a weird physics system. I don't know. It looks like it's gonna be a weird game.
Okay.
There's a pizza dragon.
I could have told you that already.
Yeah, it looks silly. So
Okay.
there's some cool looking indies. There's one that looked like a fighting game
Hmm.
style.
Okay. So, I don't know, it seems like the PS4 will have a very long and fulfilling life up until the time the PS5 comes out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I'd say with this year, it's like between like Last of Us 2, Final Fantasy 7, and Ghost of Tsushima, you should be a very satisfied PS4 owner already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there was that news too. Was that this week? We talked about like the PS5 controller only works with PS5 games.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just like,
Really?
well, I think there was something about that. Like, you can't use the PS4 controller unless you're playing a PS4 game. Where in the Xbox came out, I was like, you can just use whatever controller you want.
Ugh,
You know?
I don't give a
Got that
damn.
You have an old 360 controller laying around?
Ugh. My buddy still uses a Xbox 360 controller on PC, and he has for like 9 years now, 8 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were so easy to use.
And
Yeah,
there's-
like
You can still find them. They're still so cheap. Like GameStop near me still sells them, and they're like $5-10, I think.
and it's a good controller too.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it still functions just fine. You know, it's like
Yeah.
playing Dark Souls on the PC is much better with the controller.
It's
Yeah.
just as good as it's just as good as an Xbox One controller.
Mhm.
Like, seriously.
Yeah,
I mean, it's
about-
way feels nice.
Yeah, I mean, I only have PS4 controllers like laying around, and I had to like download a thing.
Yeah. It takes a little bit of
like-
extra steps to get a PS4 controller working on PC.
And it's basically emulating a 360 controller. Is what
Oh,
this
wow,
software,
okay.
is what the software does. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Thanks, Microsoft.
I mean, it works fine on Steam,
Mhm.
but then like when you're trying to use like the Xbox Game Pass, well, shocker, the PS4 controller doesn't work on that, right?
Who does
Yeah.
not get?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh, well. But it worked out in the end. Got it running.
Okay.
Times.
Nice. All right.
I don't know. The state of play was cool. I don't think anything mind blowing.
It's mainly gameplay, which was good to see.
Mm-hmm.
And some like developers going over like basically what they like new features. Like the Crash video had like a developer talking
Okay.
through it's like what they're doing, and like they've got some old maps coming back, which is Insanity Beach, which is off the first game.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Slightly different. We've got some Godfall gameplay that looks.
It's fine.
I don't know if I like it or not yet.
Yeah.
Is it still set to like shitty rap?
No. So this was like a developer like
Oh, okay,
walking
got
you
it.
through
Okay.
it and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was there shitty rap playing in the background?
Thankfully, there was no rap music playing.
Okay.
It did not go well with the trailer, I don't think.
Yeah. Okay.
We got another game called Hood, which looks very interesting.
What?
It's like Robin Hood.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's basically what is that game? It's like a 4-on-4 but like there's an objective, right? But there's like 4 people trying to do the objective, and there's 4 other people who can like
Yeah, I know.
sabotage them or whatever.
Yeah.
I can't think of the game that it. Oh, it's like For Honor. It's just basically For Honor.
For Honor, yeah.
Okay.
Bows and arrows and stuff. So yeah, that looks interesting. That was kind of it that stuck out for me. Nothing else was really massively. I mean, I'm kind of excited for everything, but like nothing else was like, hey, this looks really cool.
Mm-hmm.
What's that game like? The Pathless. They kind of showed like the movement. That was cool. Like you shooting the bow and arrow, hitting the little orbs, and you could like dash. I think it's called Pathless.
We're Braid. No, we got a Braid thing as well.
Oh, Braid remake or whatever.
Yeah.
That's cool. I never played Braid, so like I might actually do it now.
I don't know.
It's the Ungodly 3 Taylor. So
Oh, okay.
Oh, dude, but it's like a puzzle game, like big time.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
There's no
the-
Elden Ring news, so I didn't really care.
Don't touch it.
There'll never be any Elden Ring news. The
There
game's
will be
never
Elden
gonna
Ring
come
news.
out.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Just
Yeah.
find another Souls-like game and enjoy that.
No.
Play Nier or whatever Matt played.
Automata?
Yeah, Nier Automata.
No.
Near. There's tons of them. Just go like throw
Okay.
a dart at a dartboard. You'll probably get a Dark Souls-like game.
Okay.
I'm surprised it's not a genre, to be honest.
I mean, it kind of is, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah, I know. Like on Steam.
Souls-like.
Souls-like, you know?
Oh, Souls-like. I mean, Souls-like is just like...
It's like a Metroidvania. It's like a generic term, right?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. Like, there are some mechanics that are special, but at the same time, also, it's,
Yeah. True.
it's been used to just trying to describe, like, certain aspects of games. That's, like, typically, like, third-person combat. People are like, oh, is this Souls-like? Or whatever. Yeah. And then people also, like, claim a lot of difficulty, too. It's, like, the level of... Yeah.
That would be me.
Okay. Be like, oh, this game isn't a Souls-like. It's way too easy.
Every game is a Souls-like.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm more like, this game is hell, I'm never playing again.
Oh, damn.
So,
Okay. So, yeah, I don't know. Again, as I said, I'd be a very satisfied PS4 owner right now.
Yeah, they kind of crushed it this year.
Yeah.
Then that was it, right? Yeah, they don't have any more big exclusives until the PS5 comes.
Yeah, I think the next big thing for Sony will in fact be the PS5 once we get through like Crash and whatnot.
Yeah, so they're gonna continue that good year for them, I guess, right?
Yeah. All right. So I did want to ask Anthony what. Oh, there he is. So Anthony, what games are releasing this next week?
it's brilliant when there's a vacuum cleaner in the background. I gotta
love it. Okay.
Yeah, alright. So this week, what are the dates? The 8th to the 15th.
We have on August 11th.
Hyperscape is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One. This is the right year, so it's good. We also have Metamorphosis, which is going to PC, PS4, Xbox One, and Switch on August 12th. A Total War Saga Troy is going to PC on August 13th. We also have, as well, Teenage Blob.
Interesting.
No idea what that is. It's going to PC on August 13th. And lastly, we have UFC 4 which is coming to PS4 and Xbox One on August 14th. And that's it for this week. Most importantly, though, next week we have Flight Sim. Can't wait. Cannot wait.
Okay.
Super keen for it.
Yeah. Flight Sim looks like it'll be really, really good.
Yes, definitely.
Cannot wait. Okay. That's it?
That's it.
Wow. Okay.
That's it. Thrilling week.
Yeah. Enthralling. Okay. Andrew, where can people find you on Twitter?
Yeah, you guys can find me on Twitter, Instagram at Duronsky, Durnski.
Okay.
I've been streaming on Twitch a little bit more recently.
Mm-hmm.
So if you'd like to say hi, have a chat, pop in there. Not a lot of people are usually in there, so pretty good at responding to everybody.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Anthony, where can people find you on Twitter? I'm sorry, I'm having an issue.
That's all good.
Easy right now. We're good though.
I don't usually tweet at all. I run the site's social media stuff and do all things through there.
Uh-huh.
So if you're wanting to get in contact with me, you can do so through Twitter, Facebook, anywhere that you can find the site, basically. We are running a couple of giveaways over on Twitter.
Awesome.
So follow us there, and you'll be able to enter them. So yeah.
Okay. And you can find me on Twitter at Infurious7809. That is at INFERIUS7809. Mostly anime and tech stuff. I don't really talk about gaming over there. So anyway, then other than that, I think that'll do it for this week. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Thank you two for being here as usual. And we will see you guys next week. Same time, same place.